core issue to the fore. Join me, Nancy Banigo, on Softline as we lend our voices to inform and influence your thoughts and actions. This is not just mere talk, it is an invocative program that touches the core of our existence.
ADBN, Advocate Broadcasting Network.
Hello and welcome to another beautiful edition of Softline. I'm Nancy Banigo, and with me today is the funkiest grandma. Just that I don't know if she's actually funkiest today. Funky grandma, how you doing?
Anyway, you've just made me feel that way.
Better, right?
Yeah, I think it's better for me.
That's great.
How are you, viewers? Good afternoon.
So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling sick.
You know, funky grandma, I don't want us to talk too much. I just want you to take a look at this video I saw this afternoon.
Okay.
Director, if you could just play that video for us. Since you are in the educational sector, let's get your opinion. Take a look.
Excuse me. Can you imagine? Just me.
All right, so that's a video we saw this afternoon, and it's heartbreaking, if to say the least. That's a student of Unizik, and that's a senior lecturer. If you see from the beginning of that video, she was actually making a video.
Yeah.
And the man passed, the lecturer passed behind her. And he didn't push her, he just tapped and said, "Excuse me." It was even audible. We could hear him say, "Excuse me." All right?
Okay.
And then you could hear her say, "What does he think he is?" Or "Who does he think he is?" So story has it that he now came, like he wants to find out if is it me you're actually talking to?
Okay.
And that was
That was when this
and that was when the fight started. She held him, she pushed him. You could see how calm he was there. And she went ahead to bite.
I saw it.
So I don't even know. You know, we asked we bring our, I know you're in the educational sector, and I know how parents, you know, try to bring up their kids, trying to make them feel, look, nobody should intimidate you. Nobody should bully you, no matter who the person is.
Yeah.
Are we overdoing it?
I think so.
Are we overdoing it? Are we giving our children that space, making them, you know, they no longer have respect for their elders? Because you could see this, the white hair on this man's head.
Yeah, on the man's head.
This man is old enough to be her father. For that alone, shouldn't she have just handled this another way?
Nancy, the world has turned into something else. I mean it, and you know, for the mere fact that I am an educationist, I don't feel so bad about this. One reason.
Why
I'm feeling bad about this, because probably without us knowing, the lecturer must have brought that upon himself. He must have brought it upon himself, because you know, these young girls, They don't just do anything the way they like. There is a reason.
Yeah, I'm glad you took this turn in this conversation. But the truth is, she has, her mother is also a senior lecturer in this university.
Okay.
So probably that was giving her the audacity to go this level.
Yeah, so that's answering the second question. I said, doesn't mean probably parents did not actually bring the children up properly, or have they done overdo it? That is why the children are now Gen Zs. But you and I, you've been talking about this, know that children of these days do what they want to do. What they want is what they do. And most parents keep saying, leave my child alone, leave her alone, let her do what she wants, let him do whatever he wants. And that's the result. So
Absolutely.
in both ways, yes. In both ways, parents didn't do actually properly, and lecturers also did not behave perfectly well.
Okay, so what's the fault of this lecturer now?
No, by what we are saying, actually the man has not done anything.
Okay.
Nothing that we can actually see, visualize, and know where it's coming from.
So in your opinion, there's something behind?
Yes, the insult she's wearing. Babe.
Funky grandma.
Babe.
I mean...
No, babe, no. Just look at it again. Look at it. I'm not looking at it with your eyes. I'm looking at it with mine. Look your own with your eyes, sweetie. Look at where she's standing. Look at where the lecturer board.
That's the hallway. That's the lecture hallway. That's the hallway. It's nobody's
a well-brought-up child wouldn't do that. Wouldn't respond when he came back to say, "Is it me you're talking to?" A well-behaved girl would not respond and start fighting that man.
Okay, let's leave it at that.
Do you understand?
I know. And I see, you know, why I brought this with you is because I know you understand the school environment. It's like now, if a student does this in your school, what will be the punishment?
No, I don't think students in my school will do this.
If they do, expulsion?
Yeah, sure. Expulsion,
right. Yeah. Okay. So let's see how this pans out in the coming days. Yeah. What kind of punishment the students will be getting for this act.
No matter the reason, it's not right.
All right, we'll go on a very short break, and when we come back, we'll be introducing our guests as well as our topic. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Step into the heartbeat of the world, where news meets real talk. From breakthroughs in diplomacy to humanitarian challenges and scientific milestones, Global Digest takes you beyond the headlines and straight to the heart of the matter. I am Amma Marcus. Be a part of the world unfolding stories at 3 p.m. on ADBN, channel 258 on DSTV, and Star Times, channel 140. Global Digest, your window to the world's current affairs, only on Advocate Broadcasting Network.
Now here's some exciting news. ADBN is everywhere you are. Stay connected with us across all our social media and streaming platforms for exclusive news updates, captivating stories, and more. Join the ADBN community today via our various platforms on Avo TV app, ADBN channel 121, Niger TV app, ADBN TV, Limex World TV app, ADBN TV. Get the latest news straight to your phone. Join our WhatsApp channel. Just search for ADBN TV and hit the follow button. Turn on your notification to stay updated and never miss any part of the experience. Stay in the conversation with us across our social media handles on X at ADBN_TV, Instagram at ADBN_TV, Facebook ADBN TV, YouTube ADBN TV_NG, and keep visiting our website on www.adbntv.com. Watch us live anytime, anywhere. ADBN TV, a part of you.
The overall function of the Parliament is adequate representation of their constituents in state equals to federation.
One of fuel subsidy resources to critical sectors such as education and health. A call to unity and progress of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
NAS Unplugged is a program that will highlight topical issues from both chambers of the National Assembly, from bills, motions, and constituency projects.
Guys have it.
Catch the program on ADBN TV, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays as we bring you activities of the National Assembly as it affects the people.
During the flood disaster in Maiduguri and its environs.
For increase in the number of judges in the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja.
The eyes have it.
NAS Unplugged, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. only on ADBN Network, Channel 258 DSTV, on StarTime, Channel 140, Avo TV app, Niger TV app, Limex World TV app, and our website on www.adbntv.com/live.
Here is a program promotion.
Get ready at your victory station.
Power City International, 98 Waniba Road, Uyo, Nigeria, returns to Passion 94.5 FM and ADBN DSTV Channel 258 and StarTimes Channel 140. The program, of course, is daily 2-hour Riot Live, Righteous Invasion of Truth. Riot Live by Global Barber, Dr. Abel Damina, and Ask the Counselor. The Abel Damina segment anchored by the Intercontinental Mr. Michael Bush, broadcast on Passion 94.5 FM, Uyo, Nigeria, from 6:15 to 8:15 p.m., Monday to Friday, and from 8 to 10 a.m., Saturday and Sunday. On ADBN television, the program broadcast from 10 p.m. to midnight daily. Please tune in accordingly and hear not only the undiluted gospel of Christ, but also wise answers to everyday life questions. Glory! Welcome to the program. Signed, Management.
Touch this by the hand as we march into the promised land. Yes, that's Victory Station.
Welcome back and welcome to today's special episode of Softline. We're shining the spotlight on an incredible women who are making waves in the business world as we celebrate female entrepreneurship. We have two inspiring guests who have built thriving business from the ground. We have Gloria Emmanuel Etuk, a skin therapist and CEO at Gija's
Beauty Spa.
Gija's Beauty Spa. You're going to tell me how that name.
Okay, I will.
And then we have Anyeka Esenite, an accomplished advertising, marketing, and communication professional with over 20 years of experience in the media, ICT, and aviation sector. She's currently served as the group manager of marketing and communication at Ibom Airline Limited. Get ready to be motivated and empowered as we share stories, insight, and advice on what it takes to succeed as a woman in business. Let's dive in. All right, ladies. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't
welcome to the show.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome back to the show. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start. Let's dive in. You know, when we talk about business, we know women do business, right from time immemorial. Business, women like business, you know, but there's something different with what we used to have in the past and what we have now. Women have taken business to the next level. So let's start with the spa lady. Let's start with the spa lady.
Okay.
What's your take on women in business? Let's just start like that. Your take on women in business.
Okay, my take on women in business is I see it as the one thing, first of all, the motivation.
Okay.
Secondly, to strive. Thirdly, not to wait. Not to wait to get or waiting for anybody to come give you money. Let me just use myself as an example. I remember when I finished university in University of Calabar.
Okay.
So the moment I finished, I've been looking for a job. Before I even graduated, I've been trying to get a job. So one very morning, I was just lying down. I was asking myself, what am I doing? I can't get anything doing. I cannot. So as a lady, you don't need to just sit down because it's not everybody that wants to give you money.
Absolutely.
You can't just wait for people to give you money. Even your own siblings or your family members, let's say family members, you're looking for help. So I just thought about myself. And I was going through my phone. And that moment, I got that strike. He said, there's nothing you can't do as a lady. you know, because those days we used to tell ourselves, ladies don't need to stress.
Yeah,
we don't to relax.
We want to enjoy.
You know, after all, people are there to help us. Maybe you have a guy somewhere just trying to be tipping you and all of that. But in this era, it's not like that anymore. It's not like that anymore. So that moment when I had just myself, like, you can do anything. As a lady, don't limit yourself because you just want somebody
to give
you. Don't limit yourself from these things. So while I was going through my phone, I just talked on one lady's advertisement on training. She was training how to make soap and cream. So I was just there, and that was my very first time, actually. I've never really dived into it before. So I now looked at it. You know, there's a way you looked at something and then that thing just strike you. Just strike you immediately.
There's this connection.
Yes, you can use this. I didn't have any skill. I didn't have anything. It just school, and that's all. So that moment when I saw that, I said, I can actually do something here. So I picked up immediately, and I reached out to the lady, and that moment, she just called me back and said, yeah, you can just register right now. Do you know that at that space of time, I started making cream and soap in my bedroom.
Oh.
Without me knowing, I started making cream and soap. So while I was doing that, I was trying to just, test it and see how it works. If it's something we can sell. So I started using it and just be, practicing it. And that was how, before I knew it, I could sell it. Started making money for myself, one after another. That's I keep giving, I keep just test it and see, let's just see how it works now. I don't know how it could be. So at that moment, and then we pray, of course. So while I was there, somebody keep telling me, you don't need to steal, just don't just give up. Keep on. Continue. So that zeal came, that passion came, and I hold it so dearly. And I put more effort. And I make out something for myself. Wow. That's where I am today.
That's an amazing story, I must tell you. Amazing story. Yeah. But I know it's not the same with... she has a different story entirely. But I'm going to ask you this. How are you surviving in this sector? Because I know the sector you belong is something most people see as male-dominated sector. So how are you coping?
Okay, good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
The sector I'm in is not any different from most sectors in the Nigerian society that has leadership. Perhaps what you want to know is how I'm surviving as a leader in the aviation sector. And I say I'm coping very well. Experience has prepared me for the role. And of course, when you get to a place, you get to know what you're supposed to be doing. You get familiar quickly and in a hurry. You're able to thrive, in that environment. But speaking to the conversation on the table, which is around women in entrepreneurship, I'll say that women have been entrepreneurs from forever. Most of the time, society recognizes men that do 9 to 5, they get up and go to work, but they forget that there are ladies and women that have been able to sustain their family with petty trading. Whatever their hand find it to do. In those days in a farm, they're the ones that sell the farm produce. Sometimes they're the ones that harvest them and get to sell them and keep the leftover for their family. So women from time immemorial have been very enterprising, and especially in our society today, situating it in the Uyo environment, I see women highly enterprising. Most men are 9 to 5ers, they do like the white collar jobs, but women are the ones that go down, and look for other things to support the economy, and which is very instructive, because for every society, the micro, small, and medium-scale enterprise contributes to over 40% of the economy. So invariably, women are controlling 40% of this economy.
Absolutely.
It's just funny because some of their enterprise are undocumented, but if you were to document it, it would interest you to know how much women contribute directly to the economy of anywhere they find themselves. So I think we're very right to celebrate women, because they are really doing the much that they need to do.
Probably by question, thank you, Mama, sorry, before you come in. I wanted to ask, because we have this, people have this notion about women in marketing and advertising. You know, they always see them like, oh, she's going to sell her beauty. Oh, she's there because she's a woman. You know, those kind of talk. That was why I asked, how are you surviving? You know, so do you get those comments? Do you get those treatments? Do people give you a special treatment because you're a woman? Do you get contracts because you're a woman? You know?
I say you get contracts because of your skill.
Okay.
Yes, but I mean, the implication of your question is not lost on me. I know that most times, especially in our society, when they see a woman look a certain way, she couldn't have gotten on what she's gotten on her merit. It's because she's tall, or because she's fine, or because somebody likes her. Some people even allude to the fact that perhaps you're not promoted because of what you have in your head. It's because someone somewhere likes you and is just pushing you forward. Like we have air in between our ears. But I like to inform, I mean, the very educated and the very informed will know that women put in the work. And as a result of that, they get the results. So in our field of, you know, enterprise, I mean, like most fields, when people feel they have the right to objectify, they perhaps want to take that forward instead of, you know, considering you on the merit of what you're bringing to the table. And as a professional, you quickly redirect the question to where it's supposed to be and let people understand that you're here for business and nothing more.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that answer. Thank you, Mama. I know you have questions.
Yeah, by what she has just said, I'm looking at the ability to navigate the professional world. You know, as a woman, how can she face these unique challenges? Because we have just talked about when some people are saying, no, she's there because probably she's tall, she's beautiful, and somebody, the MD is eyeing her, and all of that. So that's a challenge. You know? But there's a way you can handle that challenge uniquely as a woman to bring you out. So how do you navigate through all this?
So first of all, it's competence. Sometimes people look at you and then they're wondering what to expect from you. So the first things that come out from your mouth is what would determine how they rate you. So you have to have competence in whatever it is that you're doing, and you have to speak about it with authority. And so when people see that you know what you're doing and you know what you're talking about, they tend to look beyond what they see, and then now start looking at what you're bringing to the table. I think the next is we need to stop putting ourselves in places where we need affirmative action. The society today is a place where to invite a woman to the table would be to fill in a quota. Like the Nigerian society, even the Nigerian government today is saying advocating 30% of women in government. Like they are optional. Like we do not have more than 50% of women that can do the things that men do. So they're making it look like they're doing you a favor. Hey, let's allow 30% of them to come. Which for me, I do not even want to say what it does to me, but at least some people say it's a start. But I think in the society of today, we should go beyond affirmative action and consider women and on the weight and the skill of what they bring to the table. And so for every opportunity I have, I try to tend to push that narrative and make people understand that we're not just here to fulfill a quota, we're here to contribute our own, to the society and to the business of the day. So I do not need for you to offer me a seat on the table. I'm going to take my seat on the table.
That's actually encouraging.
I love that. You don't have to offer
you don't have to, because sometimes men think their ability to push women to the background, saying all sorts of derogatory statements will maybe actually deepen the woman or make her sober or whatever, or cut out one of her wings. But when you see a situation where such women that have heard all this and have these challenges, I call them unique challenges, that's what I call them, because they are uniquely just to the woman, not to everybody
else.
And the way of using this gender dynamics is another power. I'm asking her, this about you, this gender dynamics, I call it. These are the unique challenges and gender dynamics. It's the way you relate to everyone, especially those that are back eating you, trying to make sure they weigh you down. The way you use this your gender dynamics to show that you are able to do all things.
I mean, the world has given it all kinds of coloration. I think the only person, that has tried to say, "Hey, please just pause and stop." I mean, is this a good and bad Trump? Because I mean, there's this concept that has been, promoted over the years, which is diversity, inclusion, and equality. Yeah, and it still speaks to affirmative action. Like you're talking to some small children. Don't worry, we include you. Don't worry, we would be sensitive to you. Like, and so what I would want to see, and this is what I try to promote wherever I find myself, is first of all, show competency. Most of the time when sometimes we allow ourselves to be treated the way we're treated because you do not want to go based on competence. You want to be considered because you're a woman, because you're weak, because you pity me, you do not want to go, on the strength of what you're bringing to the table. So it's almost as though let's just consider them, and then people try to cover your slack. And when you do something or you're not delivering, and you're scolded, you're not saying, "Oh, I'm being penalized on account of not doing what." You now start playing the gender card. It's because I'm a woman, it's because I'm weak, And then, and so for me, how I was able to navigate it wasn't easy in the first place, having to grow from, a big middle, from an entry level to middle management to senior management. You might have situation. I recall one time I had 3 kids in primary school, and the school was so funny. They'll do tea party for primary 1 on Monday, tea party for primary 2 on Tuesday, and I'm like, for goodness sakes, how are we supposed to take 3 days off work because we want to attend tea party? And so you start influencing policies for yourself so that you don't look inept where you work. You go to the school and have a conversation. Look, there are 3 of them here. I can't do 3 days, 3 parties. Can you just match this? So you start influencing policies because you will look inept when men are sitting down and trying to make a decision. You tell them, sorry, I have a tea party to attend. It is valid. It is valid, but those are some of the things that make us look like we shouldn't be invited to the table. Sometimes, and then again, you do not want to overdo it. So for instance, when the men said, "Oh, it's after work, let's go chill and have a drink." You do it the first time. The second time I said, "I'm sorry, I have to take a brain check on this because I do not feel like drinking today." Do not feel because you want to belong, you have to stay there and endure the drink every day. Or so you need to find a balance. You need to keep, and it doesn't just happen. Circumstances bring it to you, and you're like, okay, you sit down and think, "Oh, this is the way I will circumnavigate this one." But you do not make yourself stick out like a sore thumb. At some point in the career, it might happen when you're like, "Oh, let them allow me. Don't you know I'm married? I'm suckling the baby." At some point, when I had to do exclusive breastfeeding for my kid, my colleagues abandoned the fridge for me because I'll bring all my apparatus to the office, because I didn't have a choice. So I do what I need to do, and then at the end of the day, so the work doesn't suffer, and people will see you that you're committed, and they can give you more responsibility.
I like the way you spoke to this because men take this as an excuse when bringing women to the table. They say, "Oh, she can't do this because," or "How about when we go for meetings, 12 midnight meetings, she can't come because she says she has a husband in the house, she has a family to take care of." So it's always an excuse. It's always, you call it, it's not an official, but that's the hour they use for meetings. And that's one thing they always bring to the table. They always complain about timing, incompetence. But let's talk about the spa lady. I hope you don't mind I'm calling you the spa lady. So I know there are lots of challenges being a female entrepreneur in this part of the world. Could you just take us through some of those challenges you've come to you faced and how you've overcome them?
First of all, I'm faced with challenges. Most of the time when I want to say some things, I use personal terms.
Yeah, of course, you can.
Challenges of funding, that's number one. And then challenges of how you grow your team to meet up your goals right there in the office. And then also how you meet up, we are faced with different genders, the men and the women, of course. So we have challenges in the area of where we go to work, and then we see some stuff that it can actually call for attention. So
what kind of stuff are you talking about?
You know, personally, I want to say those behind the camera anyway. But you know, people don't really understand what spa is really all about. That's what I come to understand. A lot of people don't have the idea. I remember when I came into Akwa Ibom, I came in from Port Harcourt. So when I came in here, the first thing I did was for me to have a show like this at Comfort FM. I was talking about the reason why the spa business and why one should do this particular business or why it's important for you to visit the spa. So because people don't have the idea. A lot of people want to do spa, they want to do this particular business because of one particular thing. And what's that thing? Because I want to meet men. I want to have all those kind of stuff. So but that's one challenge, a very big one, that if you don't know how to put yourself together, you will lose it.
Wow.
When I mean losing it, you will fall prey into it. And then before you can come out of it, it will take a very long time.
Oh, okay, but do we have men in this sector?
Yeah, they are men. They are also faced with the same challenges too.
Okay, I would like to know. Yeah, because I know I don't like visiting the spa. I don't know if it's a bad. Probably you're going to encourage me to visit the spa.
The spa.
Now I'm thinking about visiting one.
Yeah,
I know it's a good thing, and I hear if you start it, you won't want to stop it.
No, you won't want to stop. Spa business is one business that is fast growing.
Okay.
It's a beauty business. It's growing very fast and making so much money.
Oh.
Yes. If you know what you're doing, you make money. You'll be surprised you're making so much. When I went for Abuja at where I went for the tummy talk training in Abuja at Warimpa, when I got there and I saw the kind of money these people make in that place, I just know that here they don't have that idea. So I got trained and I came back and I was asking myself, truly, this thing has so much money. Spa business is good. Spa is only meant for relaxation. It's meant for just treatment. Okay, like your work stress, definitely. So weekend, you just take yourself to the spa. You do a massage, you do like a steam up bath, like a sauna steam bath. You do a detox, which of course it takes care of some kind of toxin out of your body. You know, we wear like metals, we do metals, earrings and all of that. Our body has pores. So those things go through our blood vessels, but that's, you don't even know what you were doing. We buy fake things most of the time. And we use body spray. Most of these body spray have their own toxic stuff inside. And all those things goes through our body pores. So you do a steam bath to take those things out from your body.
Seriously, you can take them out?
Yes, because you sweat it. Once you are in the steam, in sauna steam, all what sauna steam does, it will help you release all those stuff out of your system. And you can do an ionic bath detox also, that can also detoxify all the stuff from your body. Spa is a beautiful business that we are giving it out free of charge, telling people what it's all about. So you will not say this person is doing this spa just because she wants to gain or she wants to know some kind of men.
Okay, so which are the customers you have more, the men or the women?
I have the men, I have the women.
More
men. Women.
Okay.
In Akwa Ibom, women are less because of their idea,
mindset.
Their mindset of it, as in they don't like the fact that, why am I going to the spa to do what? My husband is at home. He will do the massage for me. I keep telling them, it's not just because of just massage. No, there are other things that are done there. Now, we deal on skin perfectly, because I got to find out that a lot of women, a lot of ladies have a very serious problem with their skin. They have body ambience that they don't take care of. The spa is one place where you can take care of your body ambience, but people don't know. Some people don't know how to carry out those things, to do the right thing for their skin or their body, to take care of it.
But then this spa thing is just a one-off thing.
It's not a one-off thing.
No, like this whole detoxifying thing you're talking about, it's like a routine.
You just like you do like a package, or you do like a 1 week therapy, 1 month therapy, or you want to do like for those detox now. I advise you do it twice in a month.
No, okay.
Twice in a month is okay. Another month you can pick, maybe when you're around, you can do maybe once, depending where you're going to. Do you understand?
Okay.
You just do once. So it's not like, must I really go to the spa? What's really there? I beg, I'll bath for house, I beg. Within the day, when I don't carry scrub, I don't wash my skin, it don't finish. But it's a lie. Because you don't know. Everybody that climbs the bed, the massage bed, and I give either a massage or body exfoliation or any of those stuff, you will see my bed sheets looking like the floor.
You don't say.
Even after having a bath.
And you heard? Are you hearing what I'm hearing?
She must have known about that.
So
You
yeah,
do?
I actually know about that.
Seriously?
I do not joke with my spa time.
Oh, really?
Yes, because
Oh, really?
I
Okay,
work
so thank you, Mama. We are the
hard.
odd ones out here.
I work hard.
Okay.
And I do contact sports.
Thank
And
you.
so sometimes when you're for me it's wellness. As much as beauty is part
wellness,
of it, it's still it's part of my wellness routine. So in fact, if someone says, "Oh, what can I do?" But just book me a spa date, I'm fine, because it's an opportunity for you to relax, detox,
release all the stress.
and then when you leave, in fact, sometimes when they did, "Madam, you're done," I'm like, "Can I do one more?" It's just very relaxing, and then it helps with the muscles, helps with your bones. And you just have this general feeling of well-being when you're done.
Yeah.
So it's something that I, advocate for, especially for hard-working people. That,
Absolutely.
That know their onions.
All right. Thank you, Grandma. You have any
Yeah, I want to ask my G-Jazz.
G-Jazz, yes.
I love the name, by the way.
G-Jazz. That's what I was going to find.
Yes.
G-Jazz.
Okay, my name is Glory Emmanuel Etuk, and I have other name, Jasmine. So I just compiled the name together, and I did G. The double E there you're seeing is Emmanuel Etuk.
Okay.
So the J-A is I just abbreviate it like Jazz instead of Jasmine. That's G-Jazz Beauty Spa. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Actually, I knew you might have faced some challenges when you started your business.
Yes.
As a small, medium size, or whatever you started with, how you started with, and then you started building up. So I'm trying to look at a woman that is doing a small business, probably in her home, and sometimes you see them grow fast. Their products start increasing when you pass through their business location. Then the possibility of an expansion. What is it that you can tell a woman not to just forget about that small place, not to just stick to that cave, that small, what ways can the possibility of an expansion and running into an organization, a company,
To creating a brand.
Yes, something like that. Because there are a lot of, women are very busy doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
What is it that you can tell them to make them know? Let them not just end there. Let them believe that there is a higher calling. And whatever you passed through when you started, you can also share and let the people hear.
Okay. So thank you very much, ma'am. So actually, what I went through was I had, like I said before, lack of people, coming for the sessions, and also I had people that were saying this cannot work at all, it's not possible here, this is not a business that can strive, because this is a business for people that are doing prostitution. So I had people that use mouth to actually spoil the whole stuff to get. So but personally, resilience can actually make you can strive for anything. Because I have passion for it, and I'm ready to get it. And not just getting it, just create that brand that can go global. That's one thing that made me, and I stood on my toes, and I told myself, I have to move forward. It doesn't matter where I started from. You must go through challenges for you to make it in life. There must be other obstacles from everywhere. But in as much as you have that stand, that place where you say, you tell yourself, I'm not relenting for any reason. I have to push it, keep pushing it, because I saw that this is working. I saw that I'm going to make it. I keep telling myself I'll make it because I see people making it already in it. And why don't I just make more and put more effort? That's what I have to do for other trainings.
Okay.
I go for other trainings, I look at my phone, I travel, I visit other spas, I try to see what they do, because every year, in every spa, every year there are new things. You don't just relent because I'm doing just cream and soap. Now from cream and soap you can actually get oils and add to that. From cream and soap you can actually get like all this scrub for body exfoliation. Now you add up to that. That's like a combo. You just have that particular thing for this purpose, and to treat if your zeal is to make sure you bring crufty people into happy people, that's crufty skin people into happy people. That's number one thing for me. People that have crufty skin, they have body ambience problems, and they don't know how to solve it. I have lots of women calling me, asking me for how to treat this thing. How can I get this done on my body? So once you see all of that and they don't know, truly they don't know. So we were here to help. Help to make women gain that confidence back to themselves.
All right, nice one. Now let's talk to Onyeka. You know, your sector or your sector you belong, marketing, advertising. I would like to talk about what campaign have you pushed in your industry, you know, that was successful, you know? Can you just give us story? You know, love stories here. I keep saying it, love stories. You know, a successful campaign you have pushed. Tell us what you actually did.
Okay, so I've been doing this for 20 years, but majorly on a business-to-business platform. The big campaign marketers are people that generally focus on maybe business to the consumer, where they need to do some catchy, you know, advertisements to reach their target audience. For me, majorly, I do more like niche, you know, marketing. So I do high level, you know, customer engagement. I do a few adverts. I do, but big stuff I do are majorly events. So whilst I was in IBM, there's this event that we do is called the IBM Business Connect, and is a platform where you bring most of the business leaders in my sector. Then it was ICT, of course, ICT being an original equipment manufacturing company, IBM, but we service, you know, banks, financial institutions, and other businesses. And so we needed to every once in a year we bring everybody under one room and do a sort of show and tell, letting them know the latest innovation, the latest, you know, technology, and the value they bring to their business. And so one time, the theme, I was looking for a theme to use, and I came up with what it was run with IBM, and so I brought Carl Lewis.
Carl Lewis.
Yes, you know, from the US, so just to tie with the theme, and he was a keynote speaker, and it was just fantastic, you know. That's one of the things I'll do. So I do majorly events, because events you speak directly to your target audience, especially if you want to do like hands-on demos. They get to see some of the technological things that you bring to the table. And in the aviation space, still events, one of the ways I try to touch our people, because is to bring some of our values as an organization closer to the people. And so I take advantage of, you know, activities in the calendar year. So it could be Valentine, like we're planning something very special for Valentine. For you to find out, you need to fly from air.
Oh, wow. Never made the opportunity, I know.
They can bring down the price a bit.
Oh my
So we'll
goodness.
be able
They
to
always take opportunities.
I use like anniversary to see how we can touch our people. We come up with promos that speaks to what we do, and, you know, just engagement strategies. And these days, I mean, there's what they call a different kind of marketing. The term has just escaped me, but it's not. We're not all built on just big campaign.
Okay.
We do more of engagement, so we identify a public, a target audience, and we tailor conversations, to meet them where they are.
Okay.
So it's not usually, we're not big on TVCs. Of course, we have one or two of them,
Okay.
but majorly when we do them is for information and education purposes. So I have a few of that. Still talking to entrepreneurs, I have another pet thing I do, and I'm just speaking to growth potentials of small businesses. One of the ways that they can grow and scale is to legitimize their business and start keeping the numbers. And so if you keep your numbers, this is the number I did this month, this is the one I'm doing next month, and you can tell whether there's a growth or a decline.
Okay.
And you do the same for year on year, and then you keep scaling.
Okay.
And so if you keep mistakes that I've seen, and like I was saying, I have this pet thing I do. I partner with trade organizations to organize trade fairs, and that's to give opportunities for entrepreneurs, especially within this environment, for them to come and sell their goods and services. And sometimes you ask them a question, you ask them questions, why are you participating in this? What is the value it brings to your table? So you don't do it because it's a feel good or a nice to have. It's because it affects your bottom line. And so we need to, for small industries, entrepreneurs, they need to put their eyes on the bottom line. It's not because I like to do this and I can do this. If you don't have figures to them, it's a hobby. You need to be able to turn your hobby into a business. And the way you can turn it to a business is you see the trajectory grow from one level to another. So for instance, your spa, perhaps when you started you have 10 clients, and the 10 clients are paying you X amount of money, and you tell yourself I want to grow from 10 to 50, and then you put a peg on it, and then you track yourself to see, am I meeting my targets? If your target was to have 50 customers this month and you have 49, I have 80% is still pass mark, but you thrive and see what you can do to scale it up again. And that's where marketing comes to play. And so I tell people, do not discountenance the need for you to always take your business to the people as against making people come to your business. And that's one of the mistakes that small scale industry entrepreneurs do. You find, sometimes when I drive the streets of Uyo, I see people just sitting in their store, perhaps looking miserable, like waiting, like the customer is not coming. But there are various, ways you can attract customers to yourself. You have your phone. It's not just for going to Instagram. You can put things on Instagram. You can put your business on your WhatsApp status. You could invite people to your space. And those are cheap and cheerful marketing things that you can use. You don't have to pay people to do it. You could use your personal space to sell yourself. You could leverage word of mouth. You could leverage user-generated content. And with user-generated content, you can use your friend, your family, your kids. Talk about mommy's business, put it out there. So for small and medium-scale businesses that are to thrive, one of the things they need to put front and center is how to project themselves to their target audience. First of all, identify who your target audience are. I hear you say that you have more male than female. It doesn't mean that the male needed more than the female. It's interesting to know that perhaps women needed more because they're the ones that are into the skin and the body and everything. So one of the things you can do to promote your business is to sell the value to them. Marketers make you, they create a need where there none exists. So you might need to go the extra mile to tell them why they need your service, and then they do not have to sit down and say, it's my husband can massage it. It's not a massage.
All right, so just in few minutes, few seconds if you can, could you just speak to young girls who are starting up in their careers, especially in the marketing and communication field? Because I know you've thrived in this field, so could you just speak to them in just a few seconds?
Oh, certainly. It's a marketing and communication executive. It's a fantastic, career to pursue. More and more, they're getting their seats on the board table and the board room. We have roles called the chief marketing officer right now. Before the chiefs used to be the three C's: chief finance, chief executive, and maybe chief operation. But now the chief marketing officer sits on the table, so it has a huge career potential. What you need to know is to move with the trend. A lot of us graduated a long time ago. It's interesting to know that I didn't even study marketing, but as soon as I realized that I needed, that it's a field I'm passionate with, you need to stay updated to the trend. You're a member of a professional institution, you unlearn and relearn as time goes. The new technologies and new tools that you need to use. So you have to be adaptive. You have to be resilient, like she said, and you just need to be open to knowledge and know your onion, because people do. Young people these days. I just went through an interview process. I have to bring it out here, and people studied this thing, and their CV looks good, and when you're having a conversation with them, they really do not have what it takes to do this. So if you want to grow in any field, knowledge, we're now in the knowledge economy. You could go to YouTube and get an MBA in one day if you still want to, because everything you need to grow and thrive in your field is already been researched and they're available in the public domain. So my advice to young people, male and female alike, that want to thrive in the marketing profession, you need to keep yourself updated. You need to study to show yourself approved.
Let's talk to this part, because we don't have much time, and I still have some questions I would like us to touch on before we go. So what advice would you have for people who want to establish a spa business? You said there's money there, so I know when people hear there's money there, everybody wants to go into start. So just in few words, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start up such a business?
You don't give up on anything you want to do.
Okay.
You want to start up a spa business, make up your mind for it. Don't give up at all.
Okay. So
there's so much in it. Just put one step, you blow.
All right, so this is a very rare opportunity we have today, having women on the table. So I wouldn't let it go without talking about something that has to do with women. So there's this story about Two-Face that has been trending, So it has been trending for a while now, but today we had an update where Two-Face came out to say he's in love with another woman. And so him and Anne, they are doing well, everybody's good, but he has to get married again. So I don't know if our director could just play just a little bit of what Two-Face said there before we come out and hear opinion from our ladies.
Hey, my people, what's up, man? So allegedly, I've been seeing so many things, so many people coming up with their own false talk and malicious nonsense. Yes, I posted what I posted, and any person will get breed, they understand, But for all of the people that have been saying different stuff that do not have any absolute clue of what's going on, I hell you now, in a life, perfect guy, not too much, you understand? See, everybody's gonna be alright, everybody's fine. There's no fights, there's no quarrel, there's nothing. I said what I said. All of us will be alright. And all of us are working to do bigger and better things. You understand what I'm saying? And Honorable Natasha, I see she has been dragged, she has been called all sorts of names, she has been labeled as.
This is Two-Face. A few weeks ago we had this stories of having problems with Anne, they're divorcing and all that. So the question is now, as ladies, what can we say to her? We don't have Anne history. People are saying Anne got to know Two-Face when she was just 15. She barely knows anything. Two-Face groomed her and all that. She has sacrificed her life. She has done everything for Two-Face. Does she deserve this? Let's start. Especially with your face.
So, as an adult, I have learned over the years not to weigh in on people's private matter.
Exactly.
The only reason why this is even up for discussion in the first place is because they did not keep it private. And for me, bringing it to the public domain in the first place is the only issue I have with this entire thing, because it sparks it's disrespectful for someone that has been your life companion for over the years, and is currently going through some stuff. I mean, basic human decency would, advise you not to toe that line. But for him to come out so boldly to do this, we do not know the backstory. Absolutely. And that's why I do not want to weigh in on people's personal stuff. It's not good. I do not like the disrespect, but then again, I cannot categorically say anything because I do not know the backstory.
Absolutely. Sparley, you want to say something?
Yes, please. Okay. I think I go with what she said. Actually, when you sent me that stuff, I was like, It's none of our business, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Even as it's in a public space?
It's actually none of our business because we don't know what really happened.
All right.
We have no idea.
Okay. But you know one thing, we tend to take these things personally because we don't want to hear this person has been killed because of so. We know how these things can take a different turn.
It's been happening, of course.
Yeah, but we don't want it to continue.
May Edochie just, she just moved her energy to something else.
All right. Thank you so much. I know
that's a good one. That's a good one.
So she's going to be fine.
Yes,
she will be fine.
What's that made them to come up on social media?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Funky Mama. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming on the show today. That's it for today's episode of Softline. I want to thank our amazing guests for sharing their insight stories and valuable insights with us. Their stories are valuable insights with us. So to all the women out there who are chasing their dreams and building their businesses, keep pushing forward. Your hard work, resilience, and determination are making a difference. Remember, when women support women, amazing things happen. So let's continue to uplift and empower each other. Until next time, stay inspired and keep shining.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mom.
ADBN, Advocate Broadcasting Network.
Here is a program promotion.
Get ready at your victory station.
Power City International 98 Waniba Road, Uyo, Nigeria returns to Passion 94.5 FM and ADBN DSTV channel 258 and Star Times channel 140. The program, of course, is daily 2-hour Riot Live, Righteous Invasion of Truth. Riot Live by Global Barber, Dr. Abel Damina, and Ask the Counselor. The Abel Damina segment anchored by the Intercontinental Mr. Michael Bush, broadcast on Passion 94.5 FM, Uyo, Nigeria from 6:15 to 8:15 p.m. Monday to Friday, and from 8 to 10 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. On ADBN television, the program broadcast from 10 p.m. to midnight daily. Please tune in accordingly and hear not only the undiluted gospel of Christ, but also wise answers to everyday life questions.
Glory!
Welcome to the program. Signed, Management.
Touch this by the hand as we march into the promised land. Yes, that's Victory Station.
What's up, thrill seekers? OM here.
And alongside me, the fabulous Matilda. Get ready for an adrenaline rush of